So this is Winterbloom. According to my treatment log, I've been here before. I have no memory of that visit, of course, and yet I am at ease here.
It can't be. Castti! Castti, is that you?
What's all this ruckus?
She's back! Miss Castti is back!
Castti? No kidding?
Welcome back, dear. We were all hoping to see your face around here again.
Excuse me, but you recognize me?
Huh? What are you saying? How could I forget you after all you did for us?
Oh, forgive me, but I have lost my memories. I came here in hopes of finding something that would jog my memory.
Well, we'd all be happy to talk your ear off if it helps.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Just say the word, Miss Castti. I'd be happy to chat for hours.
Though, come to think of it, Lady Rosa was the one closest to you.
Rosa.
She's ruler of these lands. You'll find her in her manor in the northwest of town.
Thank you for all your help. I'll go see her at once.
Oh my! If it isn't Castti!
This person seems to recognize me as well. I apologize for the sudden intrusion, but I would like to request an audience with Lady Rosa.
Word of your coming has already reached us. This way, please.
Thank you.
Good to see.
Please be at ease, Lady Rosa.
Just Rosa will do. No need for formality between old friends. So it's true. You really don't remember.
There's time for that later. You need medicine.
No need. I already have some. This is the medicine you prepared for me.
It is?
Dozens of apothecaries saw me before you came. They all declared me incurable, a lost cause. But you were different. I owe my life to your fortitude and skill.
Oh. I'm glad to hear I was able to help you. Would you allow me to examine you? The medicine appears to be slowing the disease's progress, but your entire body is showing signs of mild paralysis. At this rate, you won't last another month.
I'm aware. Only a few grains of sand remain in my hourglass. Yet, I wish to live just a little longer.
Rosa.
Mother, I brought your medicine. Castti? It's me, Melia! It's been so long! I've gathered balm leaves from the herb garden every day, just like you told me.
Garden? What garden?
The one you planted for us, for Mother.
A garden. With the right herbs, I may be able to craft a special elixir for Rosa. Would you show me to this garden of yours?
It would be my pleasure. The garden is next to the house. I'll go ahead and unlock it.
Rest easy, Rosa. I'll be back soon.
Castti, how is Lady Rosa?
I won't mince words. She doesn't have long. Nevertheless, she's fighting with all her strength to hold on.
Lady Rosa suffers for the sake of her family and her legacy. Melia is still a mere child of 11 years. In the laws of our land, she cannot inherit her mother's estate until she is 12. If the lady perishes before her daughter comes of age, her lands and her title will pass to her next nearest kin.
So Rosa wants to pass on her estate to Melia. That's why she's so desperate. I'll do everything I can for her. I promise you. I'll see that Rosa's hopes do not crumble around her. These plants are well tended.
I've taken care of them every day, Castti, just like you taught me.
You're such a good daughter, Melia.
Thanks.
May I take some cuttings? I need them to mix an elixir for your mother.
Help yourself.
Rosa is growing weaker by the moment. Before long, she'll be completely paralyzed. But I know just the thing for her. Scalebark leaf, snowgrass. Can't forget the bloodberry. You can never have enough bloodberries. I should ask Melia where they are. Thank you. There, that should do it. Thank you, Melia.
Hey, Castti? Is she gonna die?
I won't lie to you, Melia. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. Thanks for being honest. I've been with her all this time and watched her getting weaker. I expected this. Even after she became bedridden, she still put our town above all else. I want to follow in her footsteps. I want her to know her spirit will live on in me. Why do I have to wait until I'm 12? Oh, rats. I shouldn't have wasted your time while Mother still needs you.
It's all right, Melia. And I promise you, I'll do everything in my power to see your wish comes true. Come on. Your mother is waiting.
Greg, what are you doing here?
Is that any way to treat a guest? I'm here to see how our dear sickly Rosa's doing. Bad cough, huh? You don't look so good. Worse than the last time I came by. Why not just die already? Don't worry, I'll look after your lands and... Huh? Who in the hells are you?
It's Castti. Don't you recognize her?
Castti? Oh, yes. That healer, one of those heir's apothecaries. You've wasted your time here. Rosa's going to bite it, and there's nothing you can...
Enough! I will not permit you to insult our guest, Greg.
Hey, no need to get all snippy. All I'm saying is...
If you have something to say, you'll address it to me. I am the lady of this house.
Ugh. Fine. I've had my fill of this place for today anyway. Speaking of which, I'm a guest in your house too. you can at least see me to the door.
Very well, if you'll follow me.
Lady Melia, are you sure?
Of course, I shall handle this.
Damn. Why'd that healer have to show up now?
I am sorry you had to see that. Greg is my nephew. He's not a bad man. He simply wants to change this town for the better. Yet, he is too hasty. He plans to force his vision upon the people, and in his hurry to help, ignores their needs.
So that's why you're so desperate to have Melia inherit your title.
Forgive me, but I think I need to rest now.
Rosa, I've made an elixir for you. It should ease your pain. Here, drink deep.
Thank you, Castti. I'm already feeling better.
I recommend you get some rest. Sleep will aid the medicine in its work.
You haven't changed one whit, Castti. What was it that you always said? Ah, yes. I only wish to extend a helping hand to all in need. Even without your memories, you are still the same old Castti.
Rosa.
Castti, if I may have a word. I found this out front.
A letter?
Apothecary, we have Melia. If you ever want to see her again, come to the tavern in the Thieves' Quarter. Alone.
Melia.
I've searched the whole manor and there's no sign of her anywhere. Oh dear. Oh dear. What will I tell Lady Rosa?
Where is the tavern they spoke of in the letter?
On the north side of town. But the Thieves' Quarter is too dangerous. People get robbed there. You can't mean to...
I do. I intend to rescue her.
But...
Stay with Rosa and don't worry about me. I can take care of myself.
Castti...
Melia.
Now, not another step.
What have you done to Melia?
Oh, don't worry about her. I'm a pacifist at heart. I gave her a little something to put her to sleep.
What do you hope to gain by this treachery?
Oh, that's easy. I want you to stop ministering to Rosa and get out of my town.
You want that title that badly?
I'm a visionary. I'm going to turn this backwater burg into a thriving metropolis, like Clockbank. But that fool Rosa is too stuck in the past to see the future. Eventually, I started thinking, I could do a better job than her. I could change this town.
You would pressure her now, when she's battling a mortal illness?
It's for her own good. She should give the town to me and retire so she can focus on recuperating. I've almost got her convinced, but you're going to ruin all my hard work. Don't make this harder than it needs to be. Leave, and I promise I'll send Melia home.
Ugh. Blah, blah, blah. Could you shut up already? Let's get to the point. You want this busybody gone, right? There's an easier way to make her disappear.
Hold on. What are you planning?
Depends on what she values more. Her money or her life.
Stop! I hired you to stand there and look menacing, nothing more.
If you walk out that door right now, I'll pretend like none of this ever happened.
Mick! Mac!
Yeah, boss?
Little Miss Tough Girl here is on her way out of town. Show her the boot and take her purse for the trouble.
I'm coming, Melia.
I need a plan. Fire. Burn.
Oh dear. Blaze on, O sacred flame.
Cleaning time.
How did this?
Oswald. Be healed.
My turn. Eat this!
Now then. Let me look at you.
How'd you like that? Oswald.
Where was I? Be healed.
Thanks. Come on, boy. Get it.
You got it, boss.
Feel my wrath!
Pierce them. Wings of frost.
This isn't ideal! Here you go, boss!
Time to say goodnight.
Where did I go wrong?
Cleaning time.
Where was I? Be here.
I owe you. Temenos. Watch me. There! My turn. Eat this!
Be here.
You're too kind, Temenos. Cleaning time.
To work. Be here.
How'd you like that?
Heads up, boss. This isn't good. Be here.
I owe you. Ready? Sai.
Rone. Be here.
Thanks. Not bad. There!
Very well. Here you go.
You're too kind, Temenos.
Heads up, boss.
Come on, boys. Get
Righto, righto. To work. Low, rigid wind.
my turn. As swift as... Ready? Time to say goodnight.
Rone! Be healed.
You're too kind, Temenos. What to do? Watch me. There! My turn.
Very well. Be healed.
bad. Hang in there.
Many thanks. To work.
Be healed.
You're too kind, Temenos. Ready? But I won't hold back.
Very well.
Be healed.
Thanks. How'd you like that?
Very well.
Be healed.
You're too kind, Temenos. My turn. Hang in there.
I owe you.
Come on, boys. Get! You got it, boss. Here you go, boss. Time to say goodnight.
Rone.
Here you go.
You're too kind, Temenos.
Heads up, boss. Be healed.
I owe you. Cleaning time. Hang in there.
I'm not dead yet. This cannot be.
Ready? Hang in there.
Death can't have me yet.
Well, be healed.
How'd you like that? Like this.
This wasn't in my calculations.
Very well. Here you go.
You're too kind, Temenos.
This one's for me.
Oh dear. Be healed.
That's a hope.
Ready? Come on, boys. Get it.
Righto, righto. You got it, boss.
Oh dear.
Low, rigid wings. Here you go, boss.
My turn. Time to say goodnight.
Calculations complete. Pierce them, wings of frost.
Not bad. this!
Repent! Lo, rigid wings!
Thinking time. Use this.
I am in your debt.
This wasn't in my calculations.
What to do? Hang in there.
I owe you. Where was I? Be healed.
You're too kind, Temenos. What to do?
Rone! Be healed.
You're too kind, Temenos. How'd you like that?
Rone! Here you go.
My turn. Come on, boys. Yes.
Righto! Righto! You got it, boss! Here you go, boss!
Now then. Calculations complete. Pierce them. Wings of frost.
Ready? Eat this!
Where was I? I won't back down. Low, rigid wings. Very good.
Time to say goodbye.
Could I fall? Never doubted for a second. Very well. Here you go.
You're too kind, Temenos. Ready? As swift as a snake. Cleaning time.
Use this.
Heads up, boss.
What to do? Hang in there.
I'm not dead yet.
Where was I? Here you go.
Thanks.
Pierce them. Wings of frost.
Oh dear. I'll take this.
Ready? Eat this!
Now then. Pierce them. Wings of frost.
How'd you like that?
Use this.
Never doubted for a second.
Ready?
There!
Come on, boys! Get it!
You got it, boss! Here you go, boss!
Hang in there.
The tide is turning.
To work. Low, rigid wings.
Time to say goodnight!
Use this.
Many thanks, Professor. Ready?
Where was I? I'll take this.
Now then. Pierce them. Wings of frost.
Very well. Be healed.
Ready?
Feel my wrath!
Fire. Burn.
How'd you like that? What to do? Playtime's over. Eat this!
Where was I? Atone for your sins. Low, rigid wings.
I need a plan. Use this.
Asphalt.
Now then. Pierce them. Wings of frost.
Brilliant, Professor.
Where was I? Be healed.
You're too kind, Temenos. My turn. But I won't hold back. Eat this!
Oh dear. Be healed.
The tide is turning. I need a plan. Let me look at you. Now then. This one's for me.
Ready?
There!
Oh dear. Come, little lamb. Very well. Be healed.
Thank you.
Cleaning time.
I need a plan. Use this.
You're too kind, Oswald.
Now then. In pursuit of knowledge. Fire. Burn.
My turn.
Playtime, watch me!
Well now. This will teach you.
Oh dear. I think not.
How'd you like that?
Calm sleep comes.
Like this.
To work. Pay your... I won't back down. How's that for you?
Now then. Use this.
Don't underestimate me.
Where was I? Here you go.
You're too kind, Temenos.
Time to say goodnight.
Hang in there.
Many thanks.
How'd you like that?
Fire. Burn.
Ready?
Eat this!
Bravo, Brony. Come, little lamb.
I need a plan. Use this.
You're too kind, Oswald.
Ready?
Let me show you what I've learned. Fire. Burn.
Well now. Pinch of this end.
Many thanks. Very well. Be healed.
You have healing hands.
Fighting is not what I
do. This wasn't supposed to happen.
It's not my place to judge you for your crimes. Examine your deeds and your heart, and if you find them wanting, become a better person. Tell Rosa what happened here. Melia, are you all right?
I am now. Thanks, Castti.
Let's go home, shall we? Your mother must be worried.
I cannot thank you enough for everything you have done for us, Castti.
I need no thanks. I merely did what was right. Here, your medicine. You'll stay in bed and rest now, understood?
Mother.
Lily.
Yes, my lady.
I thank you for your loyalty to House Glenville.
Lady Rosa, don't leave us.
Greg.
Yes?
I leave our town in your hands. Yours and Melia's both. Listen to our people. Care for them. And make our home a better place.
I will. I promise. So you promise me we'll see it together.
Thank you, Greg. Castti.
Rosa. It looks like Rosa has something she wants to talk about. I should inquire and give her a chance.
Castti, do you think I'll last until my daughter's birthday?
Be strong, Rosa. You want to live to see Melia follow in your footsteps, right?
I do. But that is only what I want for her as head of my household. What I really want for my child is for her to be happy. When I admit it aloud like that, I find that I no longer care a fiddle about the succession. I just want to live long enough to celebrate her birthday one last time. Nothing more.
Rosa.
Thank you. It's thanks to your skill that I still draw breath.
No, Rosa. It's not my skill that sustained you, but your own strength.
Melia. I have a present for you. I give this to you. The brooch of joy.
You're giving me your brooch?
Happy birthday, my angel.
Thank you, Mother. I'll cherish it always. I promise you, I'll grow up to be a kind and just ruler, just like you. So don't worry about me, Mother.
Melia. When did you get so big? I'm proud of you, Melia.
Mother. Castti, do you really have to go so soon? I wanted to thank you for everything you did for my mother. I promise you, I'll continue to tend the garden. Those herbs will be used to heal all who need them.
I know you'll be a kind and just leader, Melia.
Oh, I almost forgot to ask. How is Mr. Trousseau?
Trousseau?
He was such a nice man. It'd be lovely to see him again. Oh, don't tell me you forgot all about him too.
I've never heard that name before. I wonder who he could be.
Hey, Mr. Trousseau? Yorna, she died. That makes me really, really sad.
My little sister had a good life.
If Mommy died too, I...
There, Melia. I'm sure your mother will be better in no time. She has me caring for her, after all.
You're right.
I have to save her. I have to save her. I won't let Melia cry. I can't. I promised Yorna. But Rosa's illness is incurable. And I've only just begun studying the healing arts. Damn it. Damn it. I'm worthless. Worthless! Huh? Who are you people?
Heir's Apothecaries. We heard someone named Rosa was in need of healing. And it is our purpose to extend a helping hand to all those in need. I remember now. To extend a helping hand to all those in need. That was our creed. The driving purpose of Heir's Apothecaries. It was in this town I met that young man named Trousseau, but... just who was he? It's no use. My memory is a blank. It was something important. I remember that much. But what? I won't remember anything sitting here. I need to continue my journey if I'm to have any hope of recovering what was lost to me.